fam, what's good? It's your girl Ahvay, your kinkologist, spilling a little kink, tea, and drama into your day. Y'all know how we do. Email me your kinky or drama-filled entanglements, and I get you right with my personal feedback and that of my tarot cards. Now, this is for mature adults only. If your wear still drawers and a stiff shirt, this ain't for you. Nothing is too kinky or too crazy to discuss. And y'all know we run into the crazy damn near each episode. Remember, kink should always be legal and consensual. I don't care if you're butt naked draped over somebody's lap getting spanked, or wearing a dog collar and a diaper sucking somebody's toes. We're going to tap it all. For a slot on the show, hit me up at ahvay.kinkologist@gmail.com. It's also down in the description. Y'all ready for these emails? Let's get it. First up is Luna from Philly. My boyfriend thinks he's slick. He's been smashing this girl for a few months now while telling me that he's at work. Well, Ahvay, I followed him one day when he was supposed to be going to work. I parked 3 doors down from the house he'd gone into. Chick opened the door with a long pink wig on. Her body was nice, like she'd been snatched. I waited out in my car because I wanted total proof of what he was doing. This chick ain't a family member, and he ain't a handyman. I took several pictures of her at the door, and when she came out onto the porch, I found her ass a week later on IG. And guess what? Chick says she's into girls and guys. I hit her up. Suffice to say, we're now both fucking the same chick. I asked him one day if he had anything he wanted to get off his chest, just to see where his head was at. He said no. I asked if he'd ever cheated on me. Of course, he said no. I let it go. I waited till we were good and into things, and then I called out old girl's name. He stopped for a moment, but pretended like he was having a seizure. Pretended like he was having a back spasm. He had the nerve to try and play it off. I'm so done with his lying, cheating ass. I'm only keeping him around for the coins. I confronted her, told her who I was. She told me that he told her he was single. She said his sex game was okay, but she was in it for the money. He paid for her ass job. We sat back and laughed. We both getting this fool for his coins. Now, guys, let me apologize up front. Y'all know I try to keep the show rough, raw, and real, so that's why I don't do a whole lot of editing. So if you hear mistakes, I let those mistakes come out. I could edit, but I don't do it because I want to give it to you the way I'm reading it off of the emails, okay? Now, this one is not, I wouldn't really consider it kink. More drama than anything. And I pulled this one because it stuck out to me. First, I said to myself, okay. Okay. So, old boy is cheating on her with the girl with the long blonde wig. Okay, we all got that. But you go and play Nancy Drew and find this chick on IG, Instagram, and now suddenly you and her are laying up. My question is anybody going to the clinics here? Because he laying up with her. He laying up with you. He obviously been lying about it all this time. You straight asked him, was he cheating? And he told you no. So there was another lie. How do you know, or how do y'all know that y'all two are the only ones that he's laying up with? See, Then this girl tells you, or however you say you saw it on IG, that she's into girls and guys. She knows she laying up with old boy. But she don't know that you know. Not in the beginning. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments if y'all heard something different. You stated that she told you that he told her that he was single. So she didn't know about you until, but now when you hit her up on IG, she willing to lay it with you too. See, there's just too much going on here. There's too much going on. Too many untruths. Too many lies. Okay? Too many spoons in the pudding. Because for the simple fact, how do you know that she's only laying up with you and him? It's too much going on. Too much going on. Okay? Too much going on. There's an old saying, two wrongs don't make a right. Remember, and I always say this, do I not, guys? Actions have reactions. If you ask me, this needs to be done. Complete. And done, finished. Both of you are on some bullshit. And I'm just going to call it as I see it. Now, you said, again, that you found her on IG and then y'all started talking. And it just... I don't know. See, again, you guys only give us shards of the story. Only pieces. We don't have it all. And from what you've told me, this just sounds like a hot bowl of mess. I'm just going to call it as I see it. You know, I mean, y'all are saying that y'all getting him for his coins. Again, I hope y'all going to the clinic. I can't co-sign or green light this behavior. But I will leave you with this. What tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. I don't see anything good coming out of this. And I'm just giving it to you as I see it. I don't see anything good coming out of this. It's just too many lies, too much deceit going on, too many untruths, just too much is happening here. And I feel that there are more people that's in this that's not being mentioned. And that's just a recipe for straight up disaster. Let's take it to the cards. The first card says success, and this is what I'm talking about. This is let me understand, when we pull these cards, it is the feeling that we get. It is what we're hearing or what intuition we're getting from the deities in which we are in contact with through the cards. And again, things always have a two-way meaning. Understand that. Now, in this is a negative situation to begin with. And I'm not trying to be funny or mean here, but negative. Let's look at it as a swirling pot of stew. You know, that your old grandmother is standing at the stove stirring that pot of stew. And you see that spoon going around and around and like a cyclone. You understand what I'm saying? When you have nothing but negativity, and that negativity is stirring, it's spinning like that. It's like a washing machine cycle. It's spinning. You're not getting a positive out of that. Understand that. You're not getting a positive out of a complete negative situation. So the success that we're talking about here is not a positive success, but a negative success. And with that, what I'm saying and what I'm getting is that all of this, yes, it may be working into your favor now, but it's not always. Because again, you cannot get a positive out of a complete negative situation. And it is completely negative because he's lying to you, you're lying to him, she's lying to y'all. It's so many different things going on here that is just all screwed up. And then, as I said, I'm feeling there's other people involved. So there's more to this story than what's being displayed. Okay? Now, you wrote to me, and I'm telling you what I'm getting. The second card says, pursue what inspires you. Again, you need to get out of this. I said it earlier, did I not? Before I even went to the cards. I said this needs to be done. And that is what I am getting. This needs to be done. Okay? All of this mess needs to come to a boil. And you need to move on. Move on to a more positive role in life. The things that you want to do, and I'm picking up on that. There are things, you have aspirations, things that you want to do, things that you want to achieve, and it's time. It is time to start going in that direction. And you're not going to be successful as long as you've got all of this negativity brewing around you. It's not going to happen. You've got to give these things up. And you have got to start focusing on you and what you need to do to get to where you need to be. And that is what I'm picking up. The third card says, clear away distractions. Clear away distractions. Again, you wrote to me, and I gave you my intuition, and then I gave you what the cards told me. And you can do with that what you will or may. But I'm telling you, this is just not good. And you really need to get out of this. Okay? Hit me back. Let me know what happens. Up next is Carl from Chicago. Ahvay. I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years due to his inability to keep it in his pants. And then he tried to get handsy. One black eye and I was done. Now I'm good or goodish. Recently, he's been calling and texting me. He says he was wrong. He was under a lot of stress with his dad dying and all. I told him I don't hold grudges, but I can't be with him again. He says he's only looking for friendship. Ahvay, I just don't know. The first 2 years he was a good boyfriend. But the cheating and then hitting, I can't get past that. I don't want to be this angry, broken bird, so I accepted an invite to dinner with him. As friends. He was nice, charming, and even friendly. I guess I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Now it's been several months, and we've gone out as friends several times. Honestly, I feel like I'm being fake. He seems to be sincere in being friends. Like I said, I don't want to appear broken or be that boy that's trapped in his anger. I thought forgiving him and being able to be in his presence would relieve me of these feelings, but I just feel fake. Do you think I should go cold turkey on going out with him or speaking to him? Or should I just come clean about everything and then exit him out of my life? You know, I like the way you spoke. I like the way you said how you don't want to feel like a broken, angry bird. And, you know, it's really good of you to try and get past what he did. The truth is, after a bad breakup, people just need a moment to relax and release. Pamper yourself, because you deserve it. You're not broken. If you found the strength to get up and leave, you're not broken. Don't give anybody that. Don't let nobody feel that they've broken you. No. Mm-mm. You may have been, you may have gone a step further when you went out with him. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If it were me, the fact of the hitting, I don't think I would have accepted the invite. I'm just being honest with you. That I don't see me doing. I wouldn't have accepted a dinner invite. Because 9 times out of 10, when an ex do invite you out or whatever, they're either trying to get back with you or there's some type of agenda going on. Now, very few exes, and it has happened, very few exes have become actual friends with the person they were with. I don't knock it, but for me, I believe an ex is an ex for a reason. So I don't do it. But when it's a bad breakup, you got to get that negativity. You got to let that go. You got to get that out your life. Because negativity, nothing positive is coming out of a negative situation. I'm telling you. You got to get out. You got to get out. You got to cleanse yourself. You got to release and relax. Let the positive self-energies of your own come flying back in there. And you have to do that. You have to. It doesn't make you salty because you don't want anything to do with him. You dodged that bullet and went on with your life. You're only causing yourself undue pain with this pretense. And I feel that. I mean, you're doing this or you're going along with this because, like you said, you don't want to be broken. You don't want to feel like you're dragging this baggage. But here's the thing. You're forcing yourself to go along with this. You're forcing yourself to accept this person back into your life when you're really not feeling it. And like you said, it is fake. It's being fake. And that fakeness is creating negative energy. Let me explain something to you. Energy is very, very serious, very, very strong. Negative or positive energy is very, very strong. And everybody in this world has their own energy. Energy itself is part of life. Not life like how we saying, okay, I'm just living my life. I'm talking about life itself, the essence of life. You understand? And when you got those negative things coming into your positive arena, if you will, it's just no good. It's just no good. And it throws everything off. It throws your chakras off. It throws everything off. You know how sometimes you wake up and you just don't feel right. You feel, like just things is just not right. You feel like you're moving in slow motion. Those are your energies. Your energies, your chakras, they're off. They're off of alignment. And there's something in your life that's causing that. And I'm telling you, you're bringing this unnecessary situation to yourself. Okay? You just, however you want to do it. If you still feel like there's violence in him, I would just cut it cold turkey. But if he's, if you feel he's mellow enough to talk, I would just tell him, you know what, it's cool, everything, I have no hard feelings or anything, but this is it's not good for me. So, I wish you well, no hard feelings, I wish you well and everything, but this meeting up and it's just not good for me, okay? You just end it on a peaceful note. And like you said, exit him out of your life because there's really no purpose of him being there. If he's not really serving a purpose and he's causing this negative effect, and you said yourself you're feeling fake. So that's a cause and effect right there. So, and if you're feeling that, then no, this needs to be done because you don't need that negative energy coming into what you're already trying to do. And you say you were good, you say you were goodish. So that means you're working on yourself. You're doing your steps. And no. Let's take it to the cards and see what they say. The first card says, arguments, challenges. This is what I'm saying. See, it was already a negative relationship. So there's just no need. You've gotten rid of that. There's no need. There's no need of entertaining anymore. Because people, Again, most exes come into your life with the agenda. I don't know what his is. I don't know what his agenda is. I'm not really buying it, and I'm not picking up the friendship part. I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is murkiness. And whenever I feel that murkiness, how can I explain it to you guys? When I say that murkiness, I'm talking about like, let's say, you know what mud is. You guys know what mud is. When I start feeling that, like seeing it in the back of my head, when I start seeing it, it's like a murky river, like a murky flowing of water. That's the like a muddy flowing of water. That's the most I can describe it to you guys as, okay? When I start seeing that, that just it gives me a negative vibe, and I stay away from it. I stay away from it. I tell you, I use this in my everyday life. Even if I'm shopping or something, let's say I'm about to pick up some meat, and I'm looking at that meat, and I'm wondering, if I get that murky feel, it's like and I don't know how to really give it to you guys like that, but it's like a feeling in the back of my head, like kind of like a sideshow, like a movie playing. You see that murkiness, like a muddy waters moving. When I get that, nope, nope. And I'm telling you, that's the only thing that I'm picking up from him. So I don't know what it is. That's what I'm telling you. I cannot give you the exact answer of what's going on here, but I feel that you've done your work. You've done your work. You went out with him that one time. You've cleared the air, and you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him anything. It's done. It's over. Move on, and that's just the bottom line. You know. That's really the bottom line. And now you can hear it yourself with the cards saying what they're saying, giving you these truths. Again, I can only give it to you as I'm getting it. What you do with it, that's on you. The next card says, things not working, find a new path. So this is, understand what all of this is saying. Things not working, find a new path. This thing you've tried. You've gone out to dinner with him. You've cleared the air, if you will. There's no need of forcing it. There's no need of forcing it. No need of forcing the issue. Let it go and continue on. The next card says feminine dominance. Now, feminine dominance is the feeling of nurturing. And that's what I'm getting here. The way you say you don't want to be broken, you don't want to be an angry, broken boy. And see, the feminine is like the mother. You know, when you fall and your mom hug you and everything like that. So that's your calm, your serenity. And what you need to do, again, like I said, here you've been doing good. You've done it. You've been doing good. You've done the work. You've gotten rid of the negative part of your life. You're trying to stay positive. You're trying to do what you're doing. I feel like there's been some kind of promotion or something at work recently. Some kind of promotion. That's what I'm picking up. Some kind of promotion somewhere. You know what I'm talking about. There's been some kind of promotion. This is not, no. This is not a good thing. Just leave it where it's at. Like I said, you don't even have to meet him. Call him on the phone and just tell him, hey, just thinking about everything, and, I wish you well and everything. It was good speaking to you and, talking to you, but this is not good for me, and I'm moving in another direction. I wish you well in life, whatever you're trying to do. And boom, if he start acting negative, if he start pressing the issue, boom, there's your answer. There is an agenda. So just calmly and, say what you have to say. Like I said, personally, if it were me, I would say it over the phone, because it just doesn't make any sense. No need of putting yourself in harm's way or anything if it doesn't need to be. Okay? So I really want you to do that, and I want you to hit me back and let me know what happens, okay? Up next is Bashara, and I hope I pronounced her name correct. Bashara from Florida. Ahvay, okay. Of course, I'm not using my real name. Okay, guys, I guess it don't matter. But I have a situation I need advice on. My man and I have been together 9 years and change. He is a bit older than me. We began when I was 16 and he was 33. I was in a really bad home situation and he took me away from all that. Not took me like kidnap. I left and went to stay with him on my own. I got my GED and driver's license. He taught me to drive. I didn't fully understand my body back then, but now a full grown woman, I realize I have needs that he's lacking in. He can't stay up without the help of a pill, and even then it's mediocre. I have stepped out. I even had a child. He believes it to be his, and I let him even though I have doubts. Now he wants to have another. We've been trying without any results. I am wondering if I should try a sperm bank or hit up the guy I believe to be the first child's father. At least this way the kids will resemble and it shouldn't raise any suspicion. What do you think? Hon, for fear of repeating, to me, this is a huge ass bowl of mess. It really is. And I can't. In all good faith, I cannot green light or co-sign you deceiving this man to believe another kid is his. I can't do that. What I can do is caution you to be very careful. There's an old saying, and I said it earlier. Oh, what tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. In short, this means what's done in the dark will come out in the light. If you really want to have a child with this man, if that is what you really want to do, I suggest you keep trying. If it is meant to happen, it will happen. And if it isn't, it won't. Now, with those words, you do with it what you will. Again, I can't co-sign that other stuff. I can't. No one is going to go anywhere and say, I listened to this show on YouTube and this chick said, no. I'm not telling anybody to do any deceptions or anything. Or anything that's going to get them and anything that's going to mess them up. So let's take it to the cards. The first card says, ideas, questions. And this is what I'm saying. Now, with ideas and questions, things come up. Like I said, what's done in the dark comes out in the light. So with that, questions are going to arise. And I feel this. I honestly feel you've dodged a bullet so far. So far. Get hear what I'm saying. You dodged the bullet so far. I don't know if your luck is going to continue in that vein, but you have dodged the bullet so far. You do this thing with the same guy, and I'm picking this up. You can take it as you will. You do know who the father to the child is, and I do feel, and I'm getting that you're really considering doing this, and I'm just saying you go that route, and just hear what I'm saying. Things come back around. Things come back around. You've dodged the bullet so far. To do it again, I wouldn't advise it. I personally would not advise it. But again, people do what they will. You wrote to me, and I'm telling you, I just don't see anything good coming out of that. I really don't. And I really think you're going to pull the cart before the horse if you continue in that vein. I really do. And there will be questions. Questions that I don't know if you can answer or want to answer. And that may be the downfall to everything. So listen to what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. And then you truly need to determine what you're going to do. The next card says gullible. And see, I feel that, and that's what I'm picking up. You believe that this man is gullible because he's gone along with the first child. I'm going to leave you with this. This man, and I don't condone the 33 and the 16. That hasn't skipped me, but that's gone. That's come and gone. Nothing you can do about that. This man is not as gullible as you think he is. Okay, this man, for whatever reason, he sought you out, and it just happened that you guys meshed together. He's not as up on the take as most people, but he's not as gullible as you think. I do believe, and I'm picking up that he's had little doubts here and there, but he just swallows it, and that's the key word. He swallows it. I don't think that's going to be the same situation if you go at it again. My suggestion is truly, if you want this baby with him, keep trying. The next card says release negativity. And see, this is what I'm saying. You gotta how many times can I say that? A negative, you understand? A negative situation, a bowl of just negative. Let's say your cereal bowl is just full of negative. Nothing positive is coming out of that. You cannot plant a tree. You're digging in your backyard, you're planting a tree with some rotten ass seeds. The seeds are rotten, they done expired. And think you're going to get a healthy tree. So this whole thing has begun with the negativity of lies and deceit. You understand? You already got that all in your mix. Well, it didn't begin with that, so let me backtrack because, well, it began off of a bad sign because he was 33 and you were 16. That's still a minor and a full-grown adult, so that's not right. Now, you can say what you will of me, but that's not even legally. That's not right. But okay, again, that time has come and gone. So y'all began it on some murky waters. Things were good. He did teach you to drive. You got your GED. He's helped you out of that bad situation you were in. And things were productive. Now, we look at the sex, and that was, whatever. And so you stepped out. You did get pregnant. You and I both know the child isn't his, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's a little bit of him that knows it. So you want to go and do this thing again. I really don't see it. Because now you're just putting negativity on top of negativity, and I'm telling you, a positive will not come out of that. It will not come out of that. Listen to me. I think you need to keep trying if you really want to have this baby with him. That is my suggestion. That is what I'm getting. That is what I'm feeling. If you don't want to listen to that and you choose to go that other route, just know that actions have reactions. So take that as you will or may. Up next is Foster from New York. Ahvay. I'm 37 years old and about to be married. My fiancé, she really wants to have kids, but I had a vasectomy at 25. I knew I never wanted kids after my own childhood. My father was utterly abusive. I never want to turn into the monster he was, so I made it that I could never procreate. I really love my fiancé and want to make her happy. I'm not sure I can be a father. I never told her about my childhood. I don't think she'll understand. She grew up in a middle-class family, both parents, house, picket fence, and Sunday dinners. I'm afraid to reveal my horrors and scare her away. Sometimes people believe terrible traits and people are hereditary. I couldn't take it if she looked at me as if she were expecting some monster to erupt at any moment. I don't ever want her to second guess the man I am. Do you have any advice on how I can continue on with the wedding and get her on board with foregoing kids? I picked this because I really felt some heartfelt strings pulled towards the situation. Foster, I truly think that this is something that should have been discussed before any proposals were made. You knew that you had, see, when you do things medically, you knew that you had that vasectomy. You knew, and y'all going together the times before you even proposed, that she wanted children. She did explain that. She did express that, and I'm picking that up. So you knew from y'all dating days that she did want children or does want children. Before you propose, you really should have sat her down and talked to her about this, because when you have something done that's medical and that's life changing, then those things need to be discussed. And with that said, see, that causes a deception, because you didn't tell her these things, so you took that choice away from her. My advice would be to sit her down ASAP and talk to her. Express your concerns and tell her about your operation. If she is indeed the person you want to spend your tomorrows with, then she deserves your truth. You can't get a rose out of tainted soil. You can't. And this marriage will be tainted if you start off with deceptions. Give her your truth. And if it doesn't work out, then she's not the one. You'll be amazed at how love can tear down the walls that our past experiences build. I also think you need to find a therapist. Free yourself from the burdens of your past, because as long as you carry them, that's what they'll be, and they'll always weigh you down. Again, you've chosen this woman. You love this woman. Give her your truth. You're basing everything on her background, the way she grew up. She may be stronger than you know, and I'm picking that up, that she is stronger. She's stronger than you know. I would talk to her. I would sit her down, and I would tell her the God's honest truth. I would tell her all, the good, the bad, and ugly. I would do that, and I would do that as soon as possible. You gotta release that fear of losing her later on down the line, or either losing her now, because I can tell you, if you begin this marriage with that heavy deception, that heavy, see, that's a heavy negative. And it's negative because you can't go and get a vasectomy redone. You can't. It's done, finished, kapow. So that's unchangeable. If you let her go into this marriage thinking one day she's going to be a mother from you, carry a kid from you, when that door opens and she finds out that that's not happening, that's like a Mike Tyson punch to the gut. I'm talking about when Mike Tyson was that dude that put you down with one hit. So I'm telling you, I would talk to her. Don't let that fester like that. Let's take it to the cards. The first card says, get shit done. Power. That's what it says. Get shit done. And I'm telling you, you need to do that. You need to handle this. That's what that's telling you. Handle this now, not later. The next card says, accept your fault. Free yourself. And that's what I'm saying. You honestly, listen to me, please. You need to get a therapist. You need to start looking for someone to talk to. And it doesn't mean that you're crazy, you're not broken, you're not any of those things. You are stronger than what you even knew. But you need to talk to someone that can help you start to sift through the horrors of your past. Because only through facing them are you going to be able to come out of that door and into that sunshine. And that sunshine is waiting for you. But you got to go towards it. Okay? Got to do the work. I really want you to get that therapist as soon as possible. But first, you need to talk to her. Ground yourself. The next card says ground yourself. And that's what I'm saying. Right now, you're not even complete. And the reason why is because you're living, you got half your, okay, let's put it like this. Your body is cut in half. One leg is in the past, the other leg is in the present. You got to bring that body together. And the only way to do that is to face these demons, face this past. Let it know, yes, it happened, but you are in that past, and that's where you're staying. I'm better than that. I'm more than that. I'm not him. I'm a whole different individual, and you are. Yeah, you got his blood, but you got your mother's blood too. So there it is. Don't let that define you. Don't give in to those old sayings of, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. That's a damn lie. Because here's the truth. Yes, one parent could be rotten as the day is long, but you've got an infusion of that other parent's blood too. And that blood and the father's blood, the mother blood, makes an entirely different individual. You're not her, you're not him, you're you. And you determine what steps you're going to take, what kind of man you're going to be. Okay? So I want you to look for that therapist. I want you to have that talk with her and hit me back. Let me know what happens. Final thoughts. Loves, loves, loves. If someone does you wrong in a relationship, you don't owe them anything should they decide to resurface with their shoulda, woulda, couldas. It's good of you if you decide to put issues aside and go forth with your life without dragging that particular bag. And remember, your truth is yours. You only owe it to the one who you deem important enough to share your tomorrows with. Messy situations are just that. Don't add more to the bowl if there's no need for it. With that said, if you have a bizarre situation or simply some drama and need to give voice to it, I'll take that on too. No subject is too taboo to discuss. Whatever you're into, just be careful. And as always, play safe in your kink. Next time, we'll talk some more. And as always, keep it kinky. Guys, we are growing. Guys, in the coming weeks, we will be undergoing a cosmetic change as the show has opened to all areas of kink drama and good old-fashioned tea. I want to thank everyone that writes in. Keep them coming. Hit that subscribe button and join the fam.